Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy DLloyd and welcome back to episode number 15 of our Mike Tyson UFC 2 career mode series. So, in the last episode, we won two very close fights, definitely were challenged in both of those fights. And now this episode, we finally get a title shot here in the light heavyweight division. So, we're going to be taking on Daniel Cormier, who is the light heavyweight champ, 98 overall, 97 stand-up, 100 clinch game, and a 98 ground game. Now, his fighter perks that he comes in to this fight with are ground finisher, force of nature, grinder, pushing the pace, and dirty boxer. So we're going to go ahead, accept this fight, and hopefully we can come out with the light heavyweight title. So you see right here, our damage bar is pretty much all the way full. So we're towards the end of our career. Once we get that towards that red line, it's almost time for us to start retiring. So if we don't win this fight, there's no guarantee that we'll get another title shot before we retire. So definitely want to make the most of this fight here. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to work on our movement and our blocking. Two things that we want to work on is our standing game. So we're going to go ahead and train those, and hopefully we don't lose a lot of skills. Alright, so we end up losing one to our toughness, but we maxed out our movement, our blocking, then we moved our top game up to a 99 and our ground and pound up to a 92 overall. So definitely improved a little bit in some aspects that we need. So let's go ahead and see where we are on this fight card. We are the main event obviously, but we're fighting at UFC 261 in the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. So let's go ahead and I'm going to let you guys watch the whole intro, all that stuff again. It's been a while since I showed it, so I'm going to show it on this one, and I'll come back when it's time to actually get the fight started.
Coming up next, it's a light heavyweight title battle between Daniel Cormier and Iron Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson looking to beat down the champion and leave tonight as the new light heavyweight champion.
As he makes his way towards this cage, he believes this is his time. He believes he is destined to take this title. His preparation for this bout has gone absolutely according to plan. He's in fantastic shape with a great game plan, and he expects to walk out of this cage tonight as the new champion.
Mike Tyson enters the octagon wanting to leave as the new UFC champion. Daniel Cormier set to enter the octagon to defend his title.
Daniel Cormier is one of the best wrestlers to ever compete in the UFC's heavyweight division, and with that work ethic, he has brought his striking up to an elite level as well. He is amongst the very best in the sport.
Daniel Cormier set to fight Mike Tyson. Tale of the tape for this light heavyweight championship fight. Both fighters are 45. Cormier is 2 inches taller. He will have a 1-inch reach advantage. Once again, here's the veteran voice of the octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Eve Ruffin. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out United Center in Chicago, Illinois. It's time! All round for the undisputed UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the This man is a boxer, holding a professional record of 23 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of New York, presenting the challenger, Iron Mike Tyson! And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 25 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of San Jose, California, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, D.C.
UFC belt online, guys. Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch gloves, do it now, go back to your corner.
They touch gloves. Daniel Cormier.
Alright, so we are here for the light heavyweight championship of the world. Hopefully we'll come out on top with our second title here in the UFC, become a 2-division champion after this fight. So right away you see Cormier is trying to go with a couple of kicks high up to the head. We're definitely trying to go for that knockout. Hopefully we get out of here relatively quickly and we go ahead and become the light heavyweight champion. So I know the fight a lot of you guys want is against Jon Jones. I'm not quite sure where he is on the rankings. I think he was 4. I'm not quite sure. We are going to work on this guy. He is putting up no defense whatsoever. This fight is all over already. So after some very close fights in the last episode, this one ends extremely quick. I think this one 1 minute and 5 seconds. Not long whatsoever. So look at this. It was the left hook that dropped him. And then we're going to go ahead and get on top and finish it. Look at this replay. He's actually going to hit us with a jab, but the left hook was just too powerful. And you can already tell the power has definitely came with us from the heavyweight division. You would think Cormier will be able to take it, but the left hook definitely caught him off guard apparently. Dropped him down to the canvas. And this fight is over. So the official decision, only 1 minute and 5 seconds in. We shouldn't have took a lot of damage. So hopefully we can keep on fighting and try to, keep fighting as long as possible before we have to retire. So Dana White, go ahead and put that belt around our waist. We are now the light heavyweight champion of the world, and we are now 24-0 in the UFC. So let's see if we win knockout of the night. I don't know why I continue to show this, because more than likely we're not. And it doesn't look like we are. So we don't win knockout of the night once again, but it's all good. Let's see who we will end up fighting in the next fight. Alright guys, so look at this. We get a rematch against Hudson Simon. Now if you watched the last episode, he gave us a lot of trouble. He actually dropped us down to the ground, and we had to recover and get our bearings straight before we went on to win the fight. So he's 100 overall in everything. Stand up, clinch game, ground game, 100 in everything. He has opportunist, grinder, marathoner, and headhunter as his traits. So definitely going to be a tough matchup. Hopefully though we can get the same result that we got in the last fight, which will be another TKO victory. So you want to know about the standings. Jon Jones is number 6. So unless Jon Jones starts winning a couple more fights, or some crazy stuff happen and he ends up challenging us, it doesn't look like we'll fight Jon Jones anytime soon. Hopefully we can though. That's one of the main reasons we wanted to come down to the light heavyweight division, to test ourselves against Jon Jones. But anyway, for the training camp, we're just going to pretty much work on our ground game for all 3 of the drills. Hopefully we don't lose a lot of stuff for wear and tear and injury. But let's go ahead and simulate these stuff now. Alright, so look at this. As soon as I start simulating, we get hit with a short training session. So that means we only get 2 instead of 3. We lost 10 to our joint submission. That is not that much of a problem. So I'm not trying to submit anybody anyway. But we're going to go ahead and train our ground game once again. Try to move this up to 100. And it looks like we're able to max stuff out 195. So I think we're good to go. Actually, that might not have done anything. But anyway, we're pretty much good to go. We only lost 10 to our submission game. Not worried about that. We're going to try to defend our belt for the first time, because you guys already know you're not a true champion until you defend that belt at least one time. So UFC 266 in the Air Canada Center in Toronto, Canada. So let's go ahead, get straight into this fight. Alright, so we are here at the tail of the tape. We are 46 years old. Hudson Simon, 33 years old. We have a 3-inch reach advantage. He comes in once again at 190 pounds. We are at 205. So let's go ahead, touch gloves to start off this fight. And definitely want to be careful of his clinch game. And I think he dropped his last time, which was the Muay Thai, a knee in the Muay Thai position. So definitely want to watch out for that a little bit. And hopefully we can kind of knock this guy out. But it's definitely going to be a tough matchup. So you see me missing with a couple of shots. We're able to connect right there with that uppercut. He is stunned. Don't want to do nothing too crazy, but we're able to drop him right there. Can we finish this fight in 1 minute? This fight is all over. So in the rematch, it goes nothing like the last time we fought him. We end up winning this one, and I believe maybe it was 49 seconds. I'm not quite sure. I got to look at the time again. But it definitely did not last long whatsoever. So look at this again. That little quick check right hand dropped him. And that fight was pretty much over. So the power is definitely coming with us from the heavyweight division. And it looked as if he was still a little intimidated from the last time we fought him. Last time, you know, we were able to finally knock him down. And this time you definitely feel like maybe he was a little nervous. And he already knew that power was there. So it was kind of in his head a little bit mentally before the fight. Because obviously this fight did not go the way the last fight went. Definitely a whole lot easier, a whole lot shorter. But it's all good because they're keeping our career going a little bit longer. So we get the belt once again. And let's see if we win any Fighter of the Night awards. And we actually do. Look at this. We win KO of the Night. So out of all the knockouts in our career, this is the one that wins Knockout of the Night. So definitely not our best knockout, but we finally get awarded here. And let's see who we end up fighting in the next episode. Alright, so in the next episode, we're going to be taking on Neil Lyons. Now look at this. He is only an 80 overall, a 64 stand-up. So this is definitely a questionable matchup. But he is the top-ranked fighter in the light heavyweight division. He only has opportunist and dirty boxer, but 64 stand-up. We've been knocking people out with 100. So 64 definitely a little bit questionable. But that is it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed this episode, like always, please go ahead and leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.